just for an your input is given any positive integer, right? And it is a non-negative integer. Input is just a positive integer and any non-negative integer, right? Then if you divide a by n, for example, your input is a, then you can divide by n. What is your remainder? Your you have to identify what is your quotient and what is your remainder, right? In your quotient represent q and your remainder represent r. In modular arithmetic, we only interested in the remainder part, or sometimes called as residue, right? After the division by some modulus. See, these is some hints for your modular arithmetic. And the results, the same remainder are regarded as equivalent. For example, two integers a and b are said to be concurrent. See the new term concurrent, right? Already you studied in algebraic and number theory, right? Two integers a and b are said to be concurrent modulo n. So you have to write a mod n equal to b mod n, right? So see this sentence clearly. Two integers a and b are said to be concurrent modulo n. Then if a mod n equal to b mod n, right? Then this is a just a way of writing a single example. See this. If you are taking a positive number, then you are performing your modular arithmetic. It is normally normal procedure, right? Maybe if your input is a negative integer, for example, see here minus 12 mod 7. How did you calculate your modulo value? Minus 12 mod n. So here minus 12 mod 7, right? How did you calculate? At first you have to take a division part of 12, normal 12 mod 7. What is the answer? 5, right? Within this 12, how many times your 7 occurs? Only one time, right? What is the remainder part? 5. See, leave this negative sign. What is the answer for this 12 mod 7? Your answer is 5, right? Then you have to write this statement with the help of minus sign. So minus mod 7, right? So again you have to take mod 7 for this value, right? If your input is a negative integer, then you can do the repeated procedure of modulo, right? This process called as modulo reduction. So what is the remaining part? Minus 5 mod 7. So again leave this part of what? Minus, then 5 mod 7, what is your value? It's normally 5, right? So 7 minus 5, your value is 2, right? So this part is 2 mod 7. Maybe if you want, your answer is 2, right? If you want to write again this modulo in the another way of reduction, then you have to write this way, because just you can add your 7 in your whole remainder, right? Okay, you'll see in the sum. This is just the introduction part. So you know clearly about the three terms, right? Modulus and remainder, and then which one is your residual? Remainder and residual are same, right? So our integer can be written in this form: a equal to qn plus b. Please note down this statement. Our modulo with integers can always write a equal to qn plus b, right? Then this is a modular arithmetic operation. Generally, you know that what is the arithmetic operators? Addition, subtraction, and multiplication, right? Then here, these are the some rules, right? The mod n operator maps all the integer into set of integers 0 to n minus 1. That is denoted as zn, right? In your sum, they are representing like this way. Okay, so you have to do one thing. If you are taking some input and some something from your integer, you have to refer your you can your input is present in your set value or not, right? So in this part of arithmetic operation, you can do that. You are performing concurrent modulo, that is n is called reducing k modulo n, right? See, this is the part of all the things are theoretical, right? So see here another one is your input is a set of combination of n. So it is a finite value. Then you can do whenever you want, you can perform your addition and multiplication and modulo reduce answer based on your question, right? So that a reduction at any point, that is called a plus b mod n. So you can rewrite this as a mod n plus b mod n. Then the whole result is once again taking into your mod n, because it is a reduction, right? See the term the meaning of reduction. You can take mod of n repeated times, right? Then see this example clearly. 34 mod 4. Please take your note and say the answer, right? 34 mod 4. What is your quotient and what is your remainder? 34 mod 4. What is your quotient and what is your remainder? See, don't see the solution. Just to follow my words. 34 mod 4. 34 mod 4. Say the answer. RNP. Quotient 8, then remainder is 2. Okay. Did you note the previous equation? Did you know the previous equation? I said, right? That A equal to Qn plus B. So write according to this equation format. A equal to Qn plus B. What is that Qn? Quotient, right? So quotient is 8, your n is 4, plus q is 2, right? So this is a whole part of integers, is 34. Please, you forget this. See this part, your quotient, and your quotient is 8, n is 4, and your remainder is 2, right? Am I right? Then here, what is the result of the following operation? Just you have to calculate your residue, right? That means your remainder part. So 34 mod 4, normally you know that 8 4 are 32, right? So our 34 minus 32, our result is 2 only, right? The similar way, 19 mod 7, what is that? 2 sevens are 14. So remainder is 5, right? So check now your solution. Check now your solution. 2 sevens are 14, right? But our integer part is 19. So 19 mod 7 is remainder 5, right? Okay. Now check this negative mod value, right? See, if you know very well about this modular arithmetic, then only you can easily solve your upcoming topics, right? Chinese remainder theorem and some other important problem. You are just applying this basic modular operations solving method, then only you can get your ciphertext and plain text value. Okay. Okay. Now check here, minus 23 mod 5. What I said in, please don't consider this minus 6 and this minus 6, right? It is a printing mistake. Okay. Minus 23 mod 5. Normally, how we are calculating our minus 23? See, I'm giving just 1 minute time, right? If you can able to think the remainder answer is minus 3, then you have to explain. Otherwise, I will explain. I'll give just 1 or 2 minutes. Minus 23 mod 5. Did you think? Do you think? See, see here, our sum is minus 23 mod 5, right? Minus 23 mod 5. So see here, normal way of our division is minus 23, 5, right? 5 fours are 20. What is your remainder value? Minus 3, right? So in just a way, you have to say the normal modulus value. This is our remainder. Is clear? Minus 23 mod 5 minus 3 is clear. Any doubt? No, right? But you have to remember one thing. Our result in the form of modular arithmetic is a positive sign, right? So this is not an exact answer. Please remember this point. If the normal positive integer, you are getting a remainder, then directly that is the answer, right? But in the negative integer, this is not your answer, right? Then immediately you have to perform once again minus 3 mod 5. So what is the meaning for that? Just you can take your 5, then add to this minus 3. So what is the value? 5 minus 3. So you are getting the value is 2, right? Any doubt? See, this is your answer. Once again, I am repeating. See, our negative sign, integer calculation is the more important, right? So minus 23 mod 5. So just a normal way of taking your modulo remainder. So 5 fours are 20 minus 23. This is your plus 20, right? So your remainder is minus 3. But in the modulo arithmetic, your result is only the positive number. So once again, you have to take minus 3 mod 5. What is that value? Minus 3 mod 5. Once again, you have to add this modulo n. Not as a 5, right? Whatever in your question, you have to add this 5 to your remainder. So 5 minus 3, your result is 2. Any doubt in this part? Any doubt? Please check this and say the answer. Minus 78 mod 9. Minus 78 mod 9. According to this procedure, please solve it and say the answer. Minus 78 mod 9. See, if you have to do parallelly, then only you can easily understand in this concept, right? Minus 78 mod n. That means mod 9. Are you able to follow? At least put some reply. Answer is 2. Good. Then I get answers only from 2 persons. So if I'm able to follow my answer, right? Good. But check here. Minus 78 by 9. What is your remainder value? How did you get 2? How did you get 2? Okay, right. I'll solve this once again. Minus 78, right? So in this minus 78, 9. 9 nines are 81. Then 8 nines are 72, right? What is the remainder? Minus 6. Clear? Up to this, any doubt? I hope you understand up to this part. 8 nines are 72, right? Then your remainder is minus 6. What I said, definitely your modular arithmetic, there is no negative integer, right? So again, you have to take this minus 6 mod 9. Then what do? Just you have to add this 9 to this minus 6. So 9 minus 6, what is your result? The result is 3, right? Any doubt? Any doubt? So see here, our remainder part is 3, right? So this is just a basic modular arithmetic operation with your positive integer and your negative integer, right? Can I move? Can I move to next one? Yes. Then see this, according to our modulo operator, once again, this is the case. See this positive integer. See, don't read that sentence or something, right? 6 mod 9 equal to 6. How do you, can you able to follow this? See, our n is greater than or equal to m, then only our n is greater than or equal to m. That means what is that? Our n is here according to this statement, and definitely comparatively your mod value is greater value, then only you can do your normal division, then you get your residue, right? In this way, your input is lesser than comparing to your n value or m value, then your result automatically taken depends on that integer, right? You have any doubt? 6 mod 9, there is the no part comparing to your 9, 6 is a lesser value, right? So directly in this integer is the remainder value, right? You just take direct value for this statement. Okay. Okay. See here another one example. Just you can you just try to follow this. 7 mod 4. How many times 4 present in 7? Only one time, right? So our quotient is 1. Remainder is 3. Do you have any doubt in this part? No, right? I thought you are clear in this part. Then negative also, negative integer, the same procedure followed in our previous slide. In this, the same procedure followed in this sum. Only you can do in your all the sums, right? Then see this property of concurrency, right? So at first, before going to that properties, what is that concurrent modulo? Just to see the symbol, right? There is three it is A mod n equal to B mod n. See the sentence clearly. If two integers A and B are said to be concurrent modulo n, then A mod n equal to B mod n. There is two different integers, but the result are maybe same in the sense you can rewrite your input as A concurrent B mod n, right? Or B concurrent A mod n. See, just to write this statement, write this definition in your notebook. Concurrent modulo. If the two integers A and B are said to be concurrent modulo n, if A mod n equal to B mod n. How did you rewrite your sentence? That is, you have to remove your equal symbol, then you can write your concurrent, right? Concurrent represents the three hyphen. So A concurrent to B mod n or B concurrent to A mod n, right? See, just to check this, for example, write this. Your value 73. So write this 73 mod 23. Write in your notebook 73 mod 23. That is equal to 4 mod 23. Your result is same or not. Check your answer. 73 mod 23. 73 mod 23 and 4 mod 23. Check the result. 73 mod 23 and 4 mod 23. Check the result and say the answer immediately. 4 mod 23, you know directly the answer is 4, right? Because it is a lesser value comparing to your mod. What is that? 73 mod 23. What is it? 73 mod 23. Just to take a division, then say the remainder value. Check your answer and see. 73 mod 23. Three threes are 9, right? Two threes are 6. What is your remainder? 4. I'm asking just a remainder value for this one. 73 mod 23. So 3 23s are 69. So what is your remainder value? 4, right? So check in this case. Check in this case, 73 mod 23, your result is 4, right? Then the same thing, 4 mod 23, your result is 4. So both answers are same. In this case, you can rewrite your sentence A mod n equal to B mod n is A concurrent to B mod n. So what is that here? 73 is my A part. Then mod n is at 23. Then what is my B value? 4, right? Just I'm taking an example for this concurrent modulo, right? Then note down this properties of concurrence, right? Properties of concurrence. A concurrent to B mod n if that n is divides a minus b, right? Then the same thing, A concurrent to mod n, it implies B concurrent to A mod n. Write this three properties, then check, take your input and check, right? If you have any doubt, please ask in your next class. See, in the mathematical part, you are following my instructions step by step, then only you can understand clearly, right? If A concurrent to B mod n and B concurrent to C mod n, then the result should be, see, this is the third variable, right? Then the result should be A concurrent to C mod n. At least just take a pic or write something or take a screenshot of this page, right? Then see that our next topic is properties of modular arithmetic. See, check here, A mod n plus B mod n, then the total value of result is taken a mod n, that is equal to A plus B mod n. Here I am taking an input as A is 37, B is 99, n is 6, right? At first, what is the 37 mod 6? You calculate separate way, right? 99 mod 6, calculate the, take a remainder part. Then add these two things, then take the remainder part of 6, right? Then your result is 4. Then the similar way, and this our right side, you can add your A plus B. So what is that? 99 plus 37, check here, 99 plus 37, what is that? 136, right? 99 plus 37. 90 plus 30, 120. 9 plus 7, 16. 136 mod 6. So take this 136 mod 6. At least check this answer correct or not. Check this slide. Please point out if I put something mistake in my PPT, right? So 136 mod 6. What is the result? 4 is correct or not? Just to check. 136. 136 mod 6, right? So 2 6 are 12, remaining in what? 16. Then again 2 6 are 12. So your remainder is 4, right? At least take a remainder part, you are clear. So check here, 136 is a 4, right? So in the same way, you have to solve these all the properties, right? So A mod n minus B mod n, then the take your resulting part again once again modulo, then the same result should be you'll get from that A minus B mod n, right? The same way the product also A mod n multiply with B mod n and take the mod n as the whole result. This is a similar thing. Product of A and B, then your result A and B, then take the mod value, result is same, right? Just to check this condition, model properties of modular arithmetic, right? Any doubt? Any doubt? Good. I'll get some answers, right, from your side. Good. Then, okay. Just try to solve and say the answer. A mod n plus b mod n. This are modular arithmetic operation, right? Here I am giving a value as 11 and b value as 15, n as 8. Try to solve and get say the answer immediately. Please do it faster. See, at least you are checking in your right side, it's enough, I thought. So I need answer for this arithmetic operation 1, 2, 3. So a value is 11 and b value is 15 and n is 8. Ah, good. Complete or not? Third is 5. Yes. 2, 4, 5, right? Just give one more minute. Do it fast. Thank you so much for your reply. Okay. I'll show the answer just to see this thing. 11 mod 8 and 15 mod 8, right? So your value is just to check in this side, it's enough, right? So 11 plus 5, 26 mod 8, your result is 2. The same thing, 11 minus 15, you're having your negative integer, then you can add your n to this negative sign, so you'll get your result as 4. And the same thing, 11 into 15, your answer is 165. Just to take a modulo of 8, then your answer is 5, right? So that in this property, your answer is 2, 4, 5 is our answer, right? Good. Okay. See, another one important sum. See this, it is enough, right? That not exponentiation is performed by repeated multiplication as an ordinary arithmetic, right? Just to check here. Just to check here. See, if you are calculating 11 power 7 mod 13, right? See, in normal way, what we are doing, 11 into 11 into, you are multiplying your 11 and 7 times, right? Then then get the one result. Then after that, taking your modulo, right? That is the largest way of repetition of our multiplication, right? So reduce our multiplication in this modulo part. You have to do that. Take the value of odd terms or even terms, that is your priority. That is not a fixed procedure, right? You just take the power addition of our power, right? So I am just taking here that 7. I'm first, it is the easiest way, right? What is that, a value of 11 into 11? 121. So it is concurrent to, just to take 121 mod 13. What is my answer? 121 mod 13. 121 mod 13. 121 mod 13. What is my answer? My answer is 4, right? Any doubt in this part? Any doubt? No, right? So see the second step clearly. I am writing that again 11 power 4 with the help of 11 square into 11 square, right? See this line clearly. I am writing that 11 power 4 11 square into 11 square, right? Because I am just adding my power term, right? So here I am writing this, so the same thing here, 11 square the whole square, right? So what is the value for this 11 square mod 13? You know the result. This is your answer, right? In the previous line your answer is 4, right? So I'm just replacing this 11 power square is the value of this 4, right? So I'm writing here 4 square mod 13. So what is the value of 4 square? 16. 16 mod 13, my remainder is 3, right? Any doubt? Can you able to follow? Can you able to follow? 11 square. So I'm splitting my power. So 11 square here, 121 mod 13, my answer is 4. The same thing here, I'm writing with the help of my previous statement. So I'm writing again that 11 square, the whole square. So I'm taking the previous result, 11 square mod 13, I'm getting the value as 4. Then 4 square mod 13, right? It is congruent to my result is 3. So what is the, how can I write this 11 power 7 with the help of these two things, right? See, I'm writing in this way. It is a correct thing. 11 power 4 into 11 power 2 into 11 power 1. So just add your power. 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 1, 7, right? So I am splitting this 11 power 7 into this format, right? So what is my result? See, in this 11, you know 11 power 1 is 11, right? Clear? 11 square, my result is 4. You just take your modulus value, it's enough, right? Because already I said in the concurrent part, individually you taking your modulo of particular integer, and the same thing your product of all the things is similar according to our property, right? So I'm writing this 11 power 7 into 11 power 4, 11 power 2, 11. So 11 power 1, I'm having the result as 11, right? 11 modulo 13, 11 is my answer. Then 11 square, my answer is 4. Check here. And 11 power 4, my answer is 3. So just you multiply these all the thing, then you have to, don't forget to take a modulo 1 second, right? So 132 mod 13, your answer is 2. Please write or please take a picture for this sum, right? Maybe if you didn't understand in this time, just you try by yourself. Any doubt in this sum? Any doubt? Sure, there is no doubt in the sum. Right. There. Check this modulo 8 addition example here. I'm just writing that addition is a matrix representation, right? So consider in your row 0 to 7 and your column 0 to 7. Just to perform addition of these two things. See, I'm giving here your input is modulo 8. Based on your given requirement, you have to change your matrix, right? So just add these values 0 plus 0, 1. So all the terms you fit directly in this here because you are adding 0 only to your row value, right? Then check here 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 1 plus 3, 4. Just to check the last value. 1 plus 7, 8. 8 modulo 8, what is your remainder? 0, right? In your addition also, you are using the input as only the remainder part, right? Then here, the similar way you are doing all the things, right? So, okay, just to check here, in this part, for example, randomly I'll say the example. So 6 plus 4, 10, right? So what is the 10 modulo 8? My remainder is 2, right? So in this matrix, they are written your remainder value. In the same way, you are doing your modulo multiplication, right? Check here. 1 into 5, 5, 1 into 6, 6, 1 into 7, 7, right? So 2 fours are 8. So your remainder is 0, right? Because here also I am taking the input as modulo 8. Then 2 into 5, 10, my remainder is 2. Then 2 into 6, 12, my remainder is 12 modulo 8, perimeter is 4, right? So you have to fill your input based on your given modular term, right? Whether it is maybe a multiplication or division, that is not the thing, right? The same thing are further properties, modular arithmetic properties, commutative law and associative, distributive and identities, right? Sometimes they are giving some input term and write all the properties and check the result, right? In your question paper or part B, write properties of modular arithmetic, write, take your own input and derive all the properties, right? In your question paper look like this. Then these are the properties. Okay, leave it. We will see this topic in the tomorrow class. Just I want to, maybe it is clear. Just please take a picture for this sum. We will see the answer for tomorrow class, right? Maybe I'll put in your Google Classroom also. Please take your homework for this page and we will check tomorrow. Find the smallest spot. I'm just dictating. Please write, or if you didn't see clearly, please write this. Find the smallest positive integer solution for x concurrent to 1, 2, 3, 4 mod 3. Right? In second one, simplify minus 27 mod 5. Then third one, find the remainder when 9, 9. Actually, 6 digit is there. 5, 9 and 8 into 99991 is divided by 9, right? See, if you take a pick, please take. Then construct a multiplication table for modulo 3. Construct a multiplication table for modulo 3. Then fifth question, find the inverse of 6 modulo 13. Find the inverse of 6 modulo 13. I didn't teach for how to calculate inverse, but if you can, you do. Otherwise, I'll say in tomorrow class, right? At least try to solve what are the questions you know, right? Then 6, solve 6 equal to 1, modulo 9 if possible. Then the seventh question, what is the remainder when 8 power 100 is divided by 9? That is nothing but 8 power 100 modulo 9. In the similar way of our 11 power 7, you have to do, right? 8 power 100 is divided by 9. In the last question, use trial and error, find a solution to the simultaneous equation. X concurrent to 1 modulo 2 or, sorry, and x concurrent to 2 modulo 3. Please note down this question and do your homework. Then we will see in our tomorrow class, right? Up to this, any doubt in our modulo calculation and a modulo multiplication and addition table? Up to this, any doubt? No, right?